Hello. Have you ever wondered which places on our planet are considered the most terrifying? Abandoned cities, haunted houses, islands that are best avoided. These places hold dark secrets, real stories, and events that make you feel uneasy. Today, I'm going to tell you about the scariest places in the world. Some of them really exist, and people are still afraid to go there. So make yourself comfortable. It's going to be scary and interesting. Point one of them. The ossuary in Sedlec. One of the most terrifying places in the world for impressionable people and a remarkable architectural monument for everyone else. It is located in the vicinity of Prague, in the town of Kutna Hora. Ossuary is an informal name. In fact, it is a church. It got its name because of its design. Human bones were used to decorate the underground chapel. They were used to make ornaments and sculptures. A total of 60,000 human skeletons were used for decoration. The main question that concerns tourists is why this was necessary. The chapel appeared at the Cistercian abbey and cemetery in the 13th century. Then one of the abbots went on a pilgrimage to Israel and brought back some soil from Golgotha, which he scattered in the cemetery. This made it the most popular burial place due to its holiness. Then there was an epidemic of plague and war, and the number of people buried in the cemetery exceeded 40,000. Since there was not enough space for new graves, it was decided to build an underground tomb and move the old bones there. They were dug up, sorted, and placed in the basement. Later, the land was bought by the Schwarzenberg family, who decided to do something with the bones and hired František Rinty. Was he who came up with the idea of using the remains as a material for decoration. The Hill of Crosses. In Lithuania, located near Šiauliai, is a unique place of pilgrimage and a symbol of the resilience of the people. With more than 100 to 200,000 crosses, the history of the hill dates back to the 19th century, and later it became a place of peaceful protest against Soviet rule. In 1993, Pope John Paul II erected a cross here, making the place a shrine of global significance. The first crosses were erected in memory of Lithuanians who died in the anti-Tsarist uprisings of 1831 and 1863, as a symbol of silent protest. Soviet period. Between 1964 and 1984, attempts were made to destroy the hill by demolishing the crosses with bulldozers. But people put them back up again, turning the hill into a symbol of resistance. The place symbolizes faith, hope, and love, and is open to all faiths. The Hill of Crosses is not a cemetery, but according to popular belief, whoever leaves a cross here will be accompanied by good luck. Do you know how many crosses there are on the hill? How many crosses are there on the Hill of Crosses? More than 200,000 crosses, brought from different parts of Lithuania and foreign countries, cover this hill. 53 crosses are included in the Cultural Heritage Register. This hill holds many secrets. According to folk legends, there used to be a temple on this site. During a terrible thunderstorm, lightning struck it, and it sank into the ground along with everyone who was inside at the time. Local residents say that at dawn, a procession of ghostly monks can be seen near the hill. Over the centuries, saints and ghosts have appeared here, and various miracles have taken place. This is the history of the Hill of Crosses. This hill has become a place of pilgrimage, not only for Lithuanians, and not only for Catholics. Another legend says that at the beginning of the 14th century, there was a wooden castle on the hill belonging to the barons of the traditionally pagan region of Samogitia. In 1348, the castle was destroyed by the Germans, monks of the Teutonic Order, who were trying to impose Christianity by fire and sword. Many believe that the Samogitians who survived the battle with the Crusaders gathered the bodies of their fallen comrades and buried them, then piled up a mound on top. According to one legend, a desperate father placed a cross on the hill to save his beloved daughter from illness. However, the most popular story about the appearance of crosses on the hill is as follows. A father had a beloved daughter who suddenly fell seriously ill. When the girl was dying, her father had a dream in which a woman appeared and told him to put a wooden cross on the neighboring hill. In the morning, the desperate man hurriedly made a cross, dragged it to the hill, and set it up there. When he returned home, his daughter met him at the doorstep, completely healthy. Since then, local residents have begun to place crosses on the hill in the hope that it will help heal sick relatives or simply so that their prayers will be heard. The Hill of Crosses is not owned by anyone. It belongs to everyone. Neither the church nor the state claims any rights to this place. And people bring their crosses here not because they are told to, but because they feel the need to do so. The city authorities of Shaolei and the local community of Franciscan monks provide a little help in maintaining order on the Hill of Crosses. There are now more than 100,000 crosses and other religious symbols here, and this number is constantly growing. For some, Mount of Crosses is a place for reflection and prayer. For others, it symbolizes the defiance and resistance shown by local residents during difficult times for the country. And for others, visiting here means breaking the monotony of everyday life by touching something unusual and mysterious. All of them are right. The mystery of the smiling mummies of the ancient cemetery of Chachilla, Peru. Chachilla is the only archaeological necropolis in Peru where ancient mummies can be seen in their original tombs. On the southern coast of Peru, 380 kilometers southeast of the capital Lima, lies the amazing desert plateau of Nazca, which holds many secrets and intriguing mysteries. This region was home to the ancient civilization of the same name, which flourished between 200 BC and 800 AD. It is believed that it was the Nazca people who created the famous geoglyphs, which can only be seen from a considerable height. In addition to the giant drawings, the plateau has many other interesting sites, such as the ruins of Kawachi, the main city of the ancient civilization, the Cantayok aqueducts, and of course, one of the oldest cemeteries in the world. Chachilla is an ancient necropolis located approximately 30 kilometers from the city of Nazca, in the department of Ica. The burial ground was discovered in the 1920s, but it was only placed under protection by the Peruvian authorities and officially recognized as an archaeological site in 1997. The exact date of the cemetery's establishment is unknown. It was used for its intended purpose from the 3rd to the 9th centuries, but archaeologists date the main burials to the 5th to 6th centuries. The last burials are believed to have taken place in the 9th century. The open graves contain both individual bone fragments and entire human skeletons, which have been perfectly preserved thanks to the dry climate of the Peruvian desert. The special embalming techniques used by the Nazca people undoubtedly played an important role in the good preservation of the remains. The bodies of the deceased were wrapped in cotton cloth impregnated with special resins and painted with natural dyes. Researchers believe that it was the resins that prevented insects from penetrating the mummies and helped to avoid the decomposing action of bacteria. Every culture has its own funeral rituals and ceremonies, some of which seem strange to us, while others are surprising. In Peru, there has long been a belief in the afterlife, so the burial of the dead was of great importance to ancient peoples visiting. Chachilla is not for the faint-hearted. Tourists visiting the Nazca Plateau are just as impressed by the necropolis as they are by the mysterious geoglyphs. It is a somewhat eerie open-air museum. There are legends among the locals that this place of eternal rest is inhabited by ghosts who wander between heaven and earth, unable to find peace. Indeed, the dead here were not allowed to rest in peace, because over the years, alas, their dwelling place was repeatedly desecrated and plundered. The Chachilla Cemetery served as the filming location for the terrifying key scenes in the movie Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. The Winchester House. This legendary mansion is located in California, USA. The building is a manifestation of one woman's madness. It is associated with a terrifying legend. The story began when Sarah Purdie married the heir to Winchester, the famous arms manufacturer. First, in 1866, their daughter died, then her mother, her husband's father, and her husband himself. The legend goes on to say that the grief-stricken widow went to a medium, who explained that a family curse was to blame for what had happened, allegedly. The ghosts killed by Winchester weapons were now hunting her family. If she wants to save her life, she must confuse them. The best way to do this is to live in a house that is constantly being rebuilt. An alternative version is to build a house large enough to accommodate all the souls of the dead. Sarah bought a former ranch in California and began to rebuild it continuously. The construction lasted 40 years, continuing until her death, almost. The entire family fortune was spent on the construction of the house. Now it is a bizarre structure with approximately 500 rooms, but some of them disappeared due to the collapse of the upper floors. The mansion was built in disregard of all norms and common sense, guided only by the desires of the crazy owner. The widow invested her multi-million-dollar fortune in numerous renovations. All of the Winchester's funds went toward construction and repairs. The woman was withdrawn, silent, often wandering around the neighborhood all alone, and workers said that at night she held seances in a secret room in her house and slept in different rooms every night. In addition, everyone who visited the house described it as a cursed estate, with an atmosphere that inspired genuine fear and horror. After Mrs. Winchester's death on September 5, 1922, only strands of hair from her late daughter and husband were found in her personal safe. Sarah Winchester died of heart failure. The widow spent nearly 40 years of her life and all the savings her husband left her on the construction of all this splendor. At a plaque at Sarah Winchester's house. After her death, the family's lawyers discovered Sarah's will, which contained 13 sections and was signed exactly 13 times. All of the property was left to her niece, Marion, who soon sold the cursed house at auction to John Brown for $135,000. The new owner of the house renovated the premises and, in 1923, opened the doors of the residence to tourists, presenting it as a real labyrinth with ghosts and spirits of dead people. The house is still incredibly popular and attracts crowds of tourists who claim to feel the presence of ghosts in it, as well as hear piercing moans and the rustling of footsteps in the corridors. The story of the haunted house has also been featured in numerous mystical films and TV series. Among the popular projects about the Winchester widows' residence are the TV series The Red Rose Mansion, written by Stephen King, and the 2018 film Winchester. So, which of these places scared you the most? Write about it in the comments. I'm really interested to read your opinion. If you like these mysterious and scary stories, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and click on the bell icon so you don't miss any new videos. There are many more scary, mystical, and mysterious places ahead. Thank you for being with me. See you in the next video.